Omnam. However, hatam the reason that you have to declare korban with your speech actually, and similar to the idea of the neder, hareze ola, like it says, this is going to be a korban ola, because the speech is drawn from the concept of wisdom, as is known, the Abba Yisar Barta, that the father founds the daughter, Chachma founds Malchus. Like it says, that Hashem with wisdom founds the earth. Like the different combinations of letters of speech, that the child cannot make these combinations of letters because of the lack of the light of wisdom, until they become bigger and is completed the brains of nurturance, not just mochin dekatnos, v'yochel et saref, and then they can combine the letters to make words and speak. Hey, look what's brought in Tanya b'dibur hamaschil vayastav shem, about the idea of the letters and the names. B'Torah Ohr, Parshas b'Shalach b'dibur hamaschil ususasi brichvei, and in Torah Ohr, where it talks about the horses, that the horses are like letters. B'dibur hamaschil mizuzu miyamin be'inyan vayhiha adam l'nefesh chaya l'ruach mamalala. And look what's brought in the Mamar about this is on the right side when it talks about how the neshama of man, the nefesh of man, is full of letters. Torah Ohr v'tagim unglos l'ruach mamalala chulu v'chaya hu chachma. So it says l'nefesh chaya. Chaya is also the level of wisdom. So the level of the letters of the speech of man corresponds with chaya. So if you have nefesh, ruach, and neshama, so that corresponds with malchus and zayin bina. And chaya is chachma. Hainu mikora chachma shelamayla min hasaga. That is the source of wisdom, which is higher than grasping. V'kamosh shekos mizeh b'parshas Rashei b'dibur hamaschil lahavin b'tosefes bir inyan v'yitzar Hashem Elokim es adam afar chulu. Like it's brought in Parshas Rashei, in the Mamar, about understanding the explanation of how Hashem created man. So there it talks about the idea of how the highest level is connected to the lowest level of Amina Adama. So over here also you have the Chachma going to Malchus. So if that's the case, then as soon as you say in speech that this is a korban olah harei b'chachmas b'riru, so you have the effect of chachma as well in the speech. And the chachma is the concept that separates and purifies, and therefore this animal has become separated from the nurturance, from the nurturance of the other side, and is sanctified in the holy, supernal holiness. And then this animal can be included and go up in the fire above, in its original source where it was carved out of, mitchila, b'chayus hakodesh, and from the beginning, from the holy animals, ban, then you also have the concept of the spiritual elevation of Shem Ban, which is the gematria of animal of behema into Shem Sag, into its source, which is the concept of the birur of the nitzutos. V'gam iyos ki hevel adibur nase or makif, and also because the concept of the breath of speech becomes an encompassing light. If so, when he says this is going to be this is in korban olah hari nase b'chinas makif, so that creates an encompassing light. Lihiyos hachitzonim borchim, to have the external forces run away. So they can no longer receive any nutrients when it's elevated to go onto the mizbeach. So this makif of the speech of saying this is an olah, so it creates this makif that pushes away and blinds the eyes of the external forces. That's what a makif does, and that's what this dibur does as well. And look about this idea about the breath of speech and explanation of the Zohar. That Hevel, the breath, is the same gematria of 37, which is the same gematria of the letters that fill the name of Sag. And so that's when you talk about elevating the nitzutzos back to their source, so the breath, which is saying that this is an olah, corresponds with this level of the makif of Shem Sag. The Shem Sag is obviously higher than the Shem Ban, and when you're going to bring up the behema back into Shem Sag, so I guess you first draw down a makif of the Miloi. Look what's brought in Parshas Tazria concerning the 7 breaths of Koheles, Hevel Adibur, that the breath of speech, Makor Adibur, is the source of speech, Keser Nukva Chulo, which is the crown of the feminine of Malchus. So also here we're talking about the Hamshacha from Chachma into Malchus. So we're talking about the Hevel, goes into Keser Nukva, it's the Shorish of Nukva, the source of speech. Also, you have this idea of Matat, the Malach, and he's tying crowns to his maker from the prayers of Israel, that he combines the letters into crowns, so he connects the idea of Malchus to Keser. So the concept of Keser Nukva is this makif of Hevel on the Nukva. So if the behema is the gematria ban is Malchus, so the makif is the dibur that says Hareze Ola. It's like the idea of the Keser of the letters, similar to Matat. So this is the strength in the letters that are called stones. La'alos, to be elevated, Keser, to be a concept of a crown, to draw down the idea of let there be divine will. Like it's brought in the Mamar, and the mezuzah on the right side, and in the Mamar, of how pleasant are your feet in their shoes. Now the concept of the shoes is also an idea of the Na'alim is connected to a makif that surrounds. Nimsa mitzad havel hu ha'aras ha'keser, so it's found then that this breath is a concept of the glimmer of the keser, of the crown, Shiur makif, which is an encompassing light, Vaydibur atzmo, and the speech itself, Shor mechach mechulu, it's rooted in wisdom and so forth. Shiur pnimi, which is an inner light, Vabirush ikaro ide or pnimi, and the main purification is through the inner light. So the chachma that shines from the dibur, that's what actually does the purifying, even though it's the speech that is the encompassing light that draws down the wisdom. Therefore, if you don't sanctify it with your mouth, it's as if you brought chulin, mundane, to the azara, and you can't bring that as a korban because you need to draw down the purification, the elevation of Shem Ban into Shem Sag through the drawing down the makif of the Miloi Sag, of the Chachma that's revealed through the Dibur. Omnam hine hakoach hazel haktish korban b'peh. Now, however, this strength to sanctify a korban with your mouth, and to elevate it back to its source where it's carved out of, and to awaken the 13 attributes of mercy. The only thing that's able to do this are neshamos, because the portion of Hashem is his nation, like it says, that Neshamos came up in thought, like it says, you are sons to Hashem, like the drop from the brain of the father. So if you want to draw down Chochmah, you can do it through a neshama who's also through from Moach Ha'av, from the brain of the father. Parshas Balak, Dav Kuf Tzadik Amud Beis B'Likutei Torah B'Dibur HaMaschil Ma Yafu Yafar Hayasi B'Perush U'Mefarnasim La'avim Shebashamayim, when it explains the idea of giving sustenance to their Father in heaven. Mashakasu B'Biol Pasuk Shishim Hem Malachos Durush Harishon. And it's brought in the Mamar about there's 60 queens. Opinion Achas Hirayasi, concerning the idea that there's one my one love. However, they went far away and came down below into physical bodies. However, through self-sacrifice and prayer. So even though we came from Chachma, but we came down to physical bodies, but through self-sacrifice and prayer, when you say that you should love Hashem with all of your hearts, that this love is the idea of will. The concept of will is ava, which means that the love is not just in your heart, but it's also ratzon of keser. That is to say that this love is not just a love, but a self-sacrifice. That's the point of the love in Kriya Shema, is to give up your life, that kind of love. And with this, you elevate the source of the soul back upwards. And look what's brought in the Likutei Torah about my dove in the cleft of the rock, when it says get up, kumi lach rayasi, get up my love, therefore our sages said, Bnei Yisrael below yachel dvaro, below yachel. That's why Bnei Yisrael have to be careful about what they say. If they make a neder, a shvua, they're not allowed to go against it. But the non-Jews, the idol worshippers, they don't have this mitzvah. Parshas Matos. It's because the shorsh of Bnei Yisrael is in Chachmei law, and when you have Mesiras Nefesh, you awaken the source of this neshama to go upwards. And this is the concept of supernal thought, which is the idea of supernal wisdom, which is called the holy, supernal holy. Like it says, you should be holy people for me. Meaning to say, you should be on the level of Chachma. Hilah, Ein Zor Chilik Beis Mishpatim Kuf Kaf Alef Vayin Bereshis Chachma Shara Kedusha Perek Beis Valkin Ish Yichol Dogam Kin Kadesh Kol Davar. Therefore, it's also in the ability to sanctify everything, because we come from this level, so we can elevate things. Kam Shu Bebechinas Hanoga, even if it's in Noga, Klipas Noga Liasa Korban Kadosh, in order to elevate the Korban back into the holy, B'Kodesh Elyon, to the supernal holiness, and to push the Sitra Achra down, to forbid pleasure to the external forces. And look what's brought about the idea about the half shekel. That through the drawing down of the that which fills the yud, which is the vav daled of chachma. You have chachma is yud, and the miloi is vav daled. So you have the half shekel is the vav daled, Hanikra shekel kodesh lamata. That's the, so you have 20 gera shekel is the 20 of the gematria of Yud Vav Daled. So the Vav Daled is the miloi. That's what comes down. That's a half shekel. Through this, drawing down the chachma is bechachmas periru. So the half shekel is able to elevate the klippas noga lechem emar chatzisa shekel ayulok chino korbanos, and that's why with the half shekel of chachma law, that half shekel was used for korbanos tzibur to bring the sacrifices. Kamo keinu hu inyan zeh shal yidei shana shamos nilkachu mebechinas kodesh. Through this, that the neshamos are from the level of kodesh. Lechem b'diburan yochlu lahalus hatov the klippas noga. Therefore, through their speech, they can elevate the good that's in the klippas noga. Shiyuchlal b'bechinas kodesh chulu, that it should be elevated and included into the concept of the holy.